All right, give me just a second. I'm almost done here. I could not get it started in time. Ah.
7:01 p.m.
Okay, we up in here. What's good? So what is your thought process today? Talking about something. Let's see about something. I want to see what's up with y'all, man. Get y'all in here real quick. Oh my goodness. My whole back is kicking my tailbone, y'all. It ain't even funny. It's going hard. There we go. Make sure I got something going right there. Right there. Alright, so yeah, man, it's Tuesday though. And with that Tuesday talking, we usually get a topic to talk about. But today I came to y'all because I thought about it. And I said, it's November. More commonly for the men known for Movember. I did not decide. I tried, I thought about it, but then I said, you know what? Probably not going to be a good idea. As much as I would have thought about it being one. But, no. Wasn't the way to go for right now. But, yeah, I'm coming in today because, Tuesday, man, things to talk about way in over the year. You know what I mean? We've been conversating about a lot of different topics just in this year. You know what I mean? If you look back into these conversations that we had to talk about a Tuesday episode, we've had a lot to talk about over the years. I don't know how y'all feel about this year. Noticed different, definitely a different change. We've all changed, but a lot of things have changed. I know I've tried to, change the way we do things on the show here, even with, talk about it Tuesday episodes, you know, um, Thursdays episodes and Fridays episodes, as well as Saturday Night Ciphers, and Wednesday, even Wednesday's episode has a bit of an advancement to it. You know what I mean? Because the way Music Wednesday wasn't always set up the way. It's just a space for us to play music and have fun. Sit there and listen about it. We might even talk about it yesterday. But the main thing is, what I'm saying, we came in here to have a conversation. We do want those too. We love those. We love talking. I do. I love to talk. I love to talk to people that have a talking conversation. Conversation to talk about. Not just, a space they want to occupy. I myself, I'm constantly trying to just continue to make better choices. I'm a lot. I had a lot to think about, a lot to take in, a lot to deal in these days and times. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, trying to figure some shit out. But it's not always easy when you're trying to do the things that you're doing. You're doing things the right way, and some things just don't always turn out the way they want them to. It never does, but damn, at least it could, go somewhat right for you. At least you would think. But it just don't work that way. It's strange, but man, it'd be about it. It'd be the situation all in a nutshell. And one of my biggest gripes about this whole situation is the situation of like, yo, I seriously do. I go hard for my folks. I try to go hard for my folks. I do my duty. Well, sometimes we get burned out. I think that's what it is. Sometimes I get burned out. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I think there's a shifting going on my backside. I may have to get corrected if necessary. I don't know what's going on. I have to find out. And I know what it is. Most likely it's just something due to the fact that I have a real serious situation.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the manifesto of one of the many mass shooters in America being released to a very specific individual, and whether or not there's any public interest in us knowing about the manifesto. So, there was recently a local battle underway for authorities to release the manifesto of Nashville, Tennessee shooter Audrey Hale. Now, it turns out that someone ended up leaking it, giving the public a picture of what went on in the mind of Audrey Hale as she opened fire at a Christian private school in Nashville. But there are also some questions about why the manifesto was kept from the public in the first place, and luckily we've got some answers for that question. But I also want to just kind of dive into why it is that when it came to this particular mass shooting, the public wasn't allowed to see the manifesto. In other mass shootings, we get the manifesto right away. So before we get to the manifesto itself, here's a refresher on the tragic shooting that took place.
Yeah, we covered this story.
Hale was the mass shooter. She killed 6 people at Covenant School last March.
Mm-hmm.
The 28-year-old shooter was killed by police after having opened fire, killing 9-year-old children and 3 adults.
Mm-hmm.
The shooting took place on March 27th, specifically at this Christian private school, and she actually had previously attended the school. Police have said that Hale planned extensively for the shooting, and investigators found drawn maps of the school with surveillance and entry points, noted in her drawings, and the shooter was armed with what police have described as 2 assault-style rifles and a handgun. Now,
yeah, that was terrible.
Members of the public, members of the press have been asking to see the manifesto for quite some time now. We knew that a manifesto existed. People were curious what motivated her to carry out the shooting. And the family members of the victims did not want the manifesto to be released. So they were actually engaging in these court battles to prevent the release of the manifesto to the general public. Now, all of a sudden, though, someone leaked it to Steven Crowder. And Steven Crowder shared details about it on social media, on YouTube. That video was taken down because of the content of it. And details of the manifesto goes against their terms of service, so we are not going to get into the details of what the manifesto says. I'll say something general and broad about what we know about the manifesto. First of all, it's clear that Crowder didn't have the entire manifesto. He had 3 pages of it. He shared photos of it online. And in it, it's clear that the shooter had issues with privileged white people, okay? So, Jake, I want to bring you in because clearly the right really wanted this to come out because after that story broke, there were some news reports indicating that the shooter, Audrey Hale, was transgender. We're talking about a private Christian school that was victimized with this mass shooting, so there were some theories that is radicalizing people to carry out this violence. So I know that
You
that's
think
why
so?
Crowder wanted to do it. But do you think that the public has an interest in knowing what the manifesto said?
Yeah, I do. There's only one potential caveat here, which is if she blamed some specific kids or teachers that she killed and had detailed stories about them, I wouldn't want to re-traumatize those families by having a person who murdered their kids and smear them afterwards, right? So I would want to be very careful about that. Now, having said that, if the manifesto doesn't do that and it's general talk of hating these privileged white people or cisgender, I don't know what it says.
Yeah.
But whatever it says, why would we be able to see it?
That makes sense. Unless it does have that situation, why would it be something that they would take that long to wait on, and not say nothing about, or they didn't bring it up when it happened?
In some portions of the extreme right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was like, what the fuck you mean? What the hell was the purpose of doing that? Makes it look crazy. It's like you should be able to see it.
The other thing is, there's this game kind of being played about, oh, well, this side of the political spectrum is radicalizing these dangerous people. Oh, no,
Mm.
that side of the political spectrum is
Mm.
radicalizing this group of people. And look, I do think that the rhetoric we engage in is, the tone of the rhetoric we engage in is important.
Yes, because it is rhetoric that engages us to do negative.
Radicalized based on content she was
Mm-hmm.
consuming online. I do think it's important to know all of that. But then how do you also balance a country that values freedom of speech, freedom of expression, with stories like this?
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Because, like, look, obviously, when it came to replacement theory, there was a shooter who was motivated by, his fears that white people were being replaced by migrants in the country. That was something that was repeatedly talked about by Tucker Carlson when he had a show on Fox News. But how do you balance freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of expression with the fact that we do live in a country where guns are easily accessible? We do live in a country where people are struggling with serious mental health issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're all armed with mental health issues. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the crazy part. Y'all, most of these folks that got these problems all have fucking guns.
The last time that issue came up, the last time they had an opportunity to vote on that legislation, a single Republican in the House, budget have just become opportunities to engage in partisan garbage as opposed to finding real solutions to combat the issue.
Yeah, so look, I hope so this not going to solve the whole issue, of course, at all. But I just, so let's begin with, well, what do we do with it from like a University of Left Wing Shooter, remember that the one example that Republicans always use, that is that one guy who was a Bernie Sanders supporter who shot Republicans on the softball field. But let's look at the difference. Does Bernie encourage his side to go to violence?
Nope.
No. That's why it's just this one random guy. There's not a single data point at all when it goes to Bernie, for example, and progressives in particular in that ilk, right? Whereas there's dozens and dozens on the right wing, because it's not just Tucker Carlson.
Oh, I love it.
Most of the right wing media looks done when you guys do something. These guys
But I was just thinking,
they're gonna rule your culture,
gotta do something.
your identity, they're gonna rule your family, and your family they're gonna replace you. They're gonna replace you. You're in grave danger. This isn't about us. This is about you. You're in big, big danger, and you gotta do something. Now they know that that's irresponsible, but they think, yeah, but I'm making a lot of money. I'm getting ratings. I'm getting clicks. I'm so like Tucker before he was fired was the most popular host on Fox News.
Yeah.
In cable news period.
Cable news. Cable news. The world's dumbest idiot. Made millions. Y'all made that man millions of dollars. The man's biggest idiot. The world's biggest, the country's biggest idiot on television. Y'all gave him a spot.
For example, when Riley Gaines was holed up in a room, she's a conservative, she's speaking out against trans women being involved in women's sports, and there was she felt a danger, and it wasn't just a subjective feeling. The cops were worried about taking her out of the room because they thought she might be assaulted. So that is wrong. We call out that it's wrong. We tell our audience all the time, do not go in that direction. Violence never solves anything. It's immoral, and it's a very bad strategy. So it's wrong on both counts. But do I see the right way doing that? Almost never.
Yeah, it's a really good point because
Of course not.
when it comes to violence, I mean, I'll give you the latest example, right? So there's that fringe element of the left that's justifying what the Bucks did, and they have been condemned,
Oh,
arrested,
yeah.
but pretty much everyone else on the left, including us, because it's disgusting. I mean, justifications for terrorist
And my
acts,
people.
make justifications for targeting innocent civilians is not okay, period, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know if there's so much of that going on
This
the
right here,
right. I don't know if there's like
it's gonna be a minute you gonna never forget. This baby right here. Oh my God. This shit had me right.
I'll give you another example. We're doing a lengthy segment that's
Tom
controversial. I don't care to stand by it 100%. Where one of the elements that I featured was a speaker at Yale who nicked Fentanyl. Okay,
For real.
speech was recorded and
I'm just
everything.
making sure.
The audience, she talked about her fantasies of slaughtering white pigs.
Insanity.
Absolute insanity and should be condemned. But I want to see more of that on the right as well. Because if we don't
Right.
kind of keep our own side in check, then yeah, I just think irresponsible stuff does happen. Irresponsible rhetoric can inspire people who do have mental health issues.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Smoke. Better get your bowls ready. Pack it up. It's time to go. I hope y'all already know. That means it's on the West Coast 420. Yeah.
Everyone else says, okay, it's everybody
Yeah. Y'all know what
responsibility
it
left
is.
you have to
I
say
don't
that they
do
were
that.
wrong. And no problem, because they are wrong, right? But
Just so y'all
that never touched the
know.
right.
Yeah.
Those
Smoke
guys
it up
that
with
I've
your
seen in the last
pigs.
like decade or so that have this called this
Light it up one time for my folks over there on the West Coast.
And other than Mitt Romney, there's no
Smoke
way
one.
in he's
About to get
rallying
mine
or
together.
violent by the right.
I'm a little late.
They're like, oh, that
It's
guy
all
doesn't want
good.
your
I
violence.
just smoke it a
And
few minutes
you
early.
know
So
what the reaction of the
probably
right
like
is.
it
No,
is.
what your friends
Really.
are. You know what? They're making it up.
See what I'm saying?
No, and besides, tyranny of government.
Yeah.
Tyranny of government. They had it coming, right? And so, come on, keep it real. They deny reality at every turn. And I'm not talking about all right wingers. I'm talking about right wing media that's encouraging crazy
Looking
things
good.
like
Only a
this.
minute behind.
And they
Only a
always
minute
say it's
behind
not
it.
us, it's not us,
The
it's
hit
not,
time.
it happened. The FBI's making it up, it's deep state. Bunch of lunatics. So
This
they're
shit got
not,
such a
deeply
lovely
irresponsible.
smell.
They have a right to say these things. We're not going to put them in jail for it or anything. We're asking them to be decent human beings. But that is falling on deaf ears. Almost all of right-wing media, not decent human beings. Okay, and but by the way, here is us. For the
That's beautiful. Slam. Da, da, da. The conversation can be based on facts, cuss. Not someone's what's good? What's good? What's good? What you want to talk about is the question. I'm high as and I'm just sitting here waiting on somebody to come through and tell me what you want to talk about. What's on your mental? What's got your head itching to talk about some shit? You feel me? I'm trying to hear what you want.
And lastly, I'll say this. From our perspective, never hide facts. So, and do not shape your facts around your ideology. Because they're not your facts. They're just reality. You should shape your ideology around facts, not vice versa. So we're not never in favor of hiding facts. It's important to be honest with yourself, see what happened, so that you could address it and get better.
All right, we've got a story about the House trying to censure Rashida Tlaib.
Right. What the fuck is that about? Y'all bugging, man.
And I think
y'all really need to figure that out.
View live stream now with live chat loading.
Huh. Yeah, I know what it is.
Don't forget that Ida Rodriguez's book, Legit Kid, is on shoptyt.com. Not only is it on shoptyt.com, exclusively the only signed copies. So check it out there. Love it. And there's more of our host books. Dr. Rashawn Ritchie's book is also on shoptyt.com. My dad's book's also on there, so check it out. His book's called Original Young. Okay, Eclectic Miscellany writes in, I'm really torn about whether manifestos like this should have been released. There's a public right to know in general, but on the other hand, it's almost like publishing a book. It ends up spreading hateful messages further and could encourage.
That is very true.
I hear you on that, and I should have mentioned that during this show. That's another legitimate point against releasing manifestos. I still am in favor of it for all the reasons that we stated, but perfectly legitimate to point out that downside. Jenks left tricep of fury. I like that I called myself Chang there. Anyway, it's important to hear the manifesto because the words usually mirror right-wing media. Maybe, just maybe, it would occur to a right-winger that maybe what they are watching is toxic. I doubt it, but you never know. And that could apply to anyone, whichever side they're on, but it tends to be more right-wingers, as we discussed. Pseudo Dragon writes in, my instinctual reaction to hearing the words Glenn Greenwald is, God damn it, what now?
Right.
That's such a great way of putting it. Totally. The same thing that pops into my mind.
he wasn't the offender this time, though.
Yeah, no, he asked perfectly fine questions.
Yeah.
That was an issue. And about that same interview, Wang Jun said, welcome to the dumb side of the moon.
The dumb side of the moon.
This is all killing Mark.
I know.
Sorry, Mark. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay. Conversations on Mute wrote in, I have a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old, and a 6-year-old. This past month, I've hugged, kissed, loved, and wept after putting them to bed at night. 4,000 kids erased and tens of thousands injured in a month. Just horrifies me when I see my own kids every day. Thank you for having that humanity and for caring about all kids, no matter where they're from. I wish our politicians felt the same way. I nominate that nurse and all like her for Turk of the Year. That's a great point. Great point, Kat. Kat, you know what? Since that was a terrific point, I'll Blue Apron gift card. Rewards at tyt.com. And thanks for always participating here on Old School, so many other shows. We really appreciate you. Dirge said, what motivation is there for Bibi to end the war? If it ends, his corruption as well as his security failure. Well, that's true, and generally speaking, he's never wanted to end wars because he thinks it profits him politically. Unfortunately, I'm not a woman.
Well, we should talk a little bit about what happened on the House floor today. Let's get right to it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is glittering hypocrisy when you have Republicans on the other side of the aisle trying to create definitions and say Rashida wants to annihilate people when Max Miller himself went on TV and said we're turning Gaza into a parking lot and we want to annihilate Palestinians. Nobody can defend him on that side of the aisle.
Right.
During the floor hearing today to discuss the issue of whether Democratic Representative Rashida Tlaib should be formally censured, fellow squad member Ilhan Omar couldn't contain herself. Here's more.
What is true here is that every single one of them has not acknowledged the fact that Palestinians are dying in the tens of thousands, but will continue to say it is us who are not acknowledging humanity. Rashida will stand strong, and the Palestinian movement will continue for liberation until every single Palestinian has the right to live in liberty.
Wow, that was powerful. And she wasn't the only one who stood up for Rashida Tlaib and her freedom of expression. So did Representative Jamal Bowman, who, to be quite frank, is taking a huge risk politically, considering he has a sizable Jewish community in his district. He has kind of wavered on this conflict in the past, but not this time. Let's watch.
This body needs empathy and compassion for all people, not just people that look like the majority of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. And maybe because of your lack of diversity, you lack the cognitive and emotional ability to recognize diverse opinions when they speak truth to power. And you absolutely need to open up your mind to other people and other experiences, especially when they are Muslim and when they are women and when they are people of color. You had a member of your party call my colleague a terrorist, and you didn't censor her. For whatever conversation you have about your interpretation of words.
Members are reminded to direct their comments to the chair.
Now, if you're wondering, how are they still talking about censuring Tlaib? I thought that whole fight was over. Well, there was the first effort to censure her. This is the second effort. The resolution to censure Tlaib in the House's second attempt in recent days after the House's second attempt in recent days after the first one authorized by hard-right Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene failed to win enough GOP votes to pass. The new resolution from Representative Rich McCormick doesn't include the flame-throwing rhetoric that Greene's text did, likening a pro-Palestinian protest to an insurrection. And McCormick's resolution moves to censure Tlaib for promoting the false narratives regarding the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel. I don't know exactly what he means by false narratives. Rashida Tlaib acknowledged what happened, but she also, on the same day, I will admit, condemned Israel's treatment of Palestinian civilians, both in the West Bank and in the Gaza Strip. Some felt that it was too soon to criticize the Israeli government. And look, we did criticize her for that, although I don't think she should be censured for it. That's insane. And Rashida Tlaib doesn't believe in a two-state solution. I disagree with her on that. She wants Israelis and Palestinians to live in peace side by side with a one-state solution. I honestly think that's magical thinking, but I don't believe that that's something she should be censured for. Jake.
Yeah. So I hate the slogan from River to the Sea because at a bare minimum, it is open to massive misinterpretation. So some people who say river to the sea apparently mean there should be one state from the river to the sea and it should be a democracy. That's what Rashida Tlaib is saying that she believes. But others that say river to the sea mean kill all the Jews and take the land. Right. By the way, it's sometimes used in reverse as So both sides have killed each other and have killed civilians, especially here in Hamas in the first attack. And that's why I thought Rashida Tlaib on the first day did not do a great job in being measured as she should have been about the civilian lives lost in Israel. Now, having said that, now Israel has killed 7 times as many civilians. And do I see the same kind of outrage about that? No. Jamal Bowman and Ilhan Omar are absolutely right here. There's no question about it. And you've all seen it. And they're closer everywhere. So the one that Representative Omar quoted there from Representative Max Miller, who's a Republican, talking about annihilating the Palestinians as celebrating. And he didn't say Hamas. He said Palestinians. So now, if anyone had said, not an oblique term and one that could be misinterpreted,
He definitely didn't use the
but
term.
had said, let's annihilate all the Jews, well, they'd have to be thrown out of Congress immediately. They
Right.
should be. Absolutely, positively should be. No question about it. I would never tolerate that kind of language. But you say annihilate the Palestinians, there's not a censure movement. There's barely any critique. No Republican has ever criticized them for it. And the Democrats have barely criticized them for it. So, let alone the guy who dressed up in his Israeli uniform in an American Congress, that's insanity. And so, and not because like, oh, there's something terribly wrong with being an Israeli soldier.
You're a United States Congressman. You're a United States member of Congress.
Wow.
And on that one, even some Republicans criticize him like, hey, brother, we're in the American Congress and this is out of control. And that guy has also said outrageous things about murdering Palestinians.
Right.
Wow.
And that's what was considered normal in America. You can't say anything against Israel, but you can talk about murdering and annihilating Palestinians all day long. No one cares.
That's a lot,
I got
Al. What do
news for
you
now
think?
people care. Now there are representatives who say, no, we will not allow you to talk about murdering Palestinians and get away with it. So you want to criticize us about this comment? Well, we're going to come right back at you and show all the horrible things you've said. I would have stayed on those posts and I would have pounded those people as much as humanly possible, even more so than they did. But I want to give you credit here because we criticized some members of the squad, etc., for not fighting back enough on some issues. Here they're fighting back in a way that I commend and thank you for being that voice in Congress that we needed at this moment.
Absolutely. And I just want to give you a comment both from McCormick, who brought forth this effort to censure Tlaib, and Tlaib's response to it. So McCormick said, it is a sad fact, but this type of anti-Semitic hate is being promoted by a small group of members in this body, chiefly Representative Tlaib. We must hold her accountable. And look, I love that this isn't working anymore, right? Because any effort to criticize, justifiably critique and criticize the Israeli government.
Nothing, sitting here listening to this news report. They having just a few conversations about certain random stuff. So today I didn't have a topic to talk about because I was kind of involved in some stuff earlier today. I was dealing with my banking system, kind of dealing with something behind the scenes here. But you know, minor setbacks. But yeah. Didn't have anything in particular to talk about today, so I just sat up here to see what was anybody going to talk on or come up here to talk on. Do you have anything in mind you want to talk about?
Simply do not matter to them, but I still do not police their rhetoric or
Oh,
actions. And again, just to reiterate, Max Miller talks about annihilating Palestinians.
Sounds good.
Rashida Tlaib has never said anything close to that in regard to Israelis. Nothing close to that. And Democrats as well as Republicans in the House have condemned Tlaib for anti-Israel comments and for promoting the phrase "from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," a rallying cry for the elimination of Israel, based on honestly the interpretation. I wouldn't use that phrase. I hate that phrase. That is typically what that phrase is used for.
Me too.
But as Jake mentioned, there are a lot of people using it and chanting it in these protests.
I've been home most of the day. I went up the street to hang out.
All right, we're really commending people for outrageous statements in this conflict. How about Representative Brian Mast, who said that Palestinian civilians are equivalent to Nazi civilians?
Oh.
That seems like it's 10,000 times worse than what Rashida Tlaib said. And how about when he said there are very few innocent Palestinian citizens? What a disgusting thing to say. And sanctioning, encouraging the murder
Oh wow, he's a man. He's a mean guy.
From Congress. Or is this a game we're playing? Representative Mass is a monster, total utter monster.
Mm-hmm.
He is what he criticizes. He thinks that, oh yeah, they're Nazis. Really? Talking about how you should murder innocent civilians? What does that make you, Representative Mass? What does that make you? So sorry to all the people who love murdering Palestinians and getting away with it and being able to brag about it and calling all Palestinians Nazis and terrorists. Sorry, you're not getting away with it anymore, okay?
Oh, well, he's just
No,
busy
it's
being
Rashida
with
Tlaib's
that.
not the guilty one. You are, Representative Mass.
I don't know.
Representative
Something.
Miller. You guys are
Maybe.
monsters. You should be
Like I
kicked
say,
out of
maybe
Congress.
he's been, maybe something triggered him around this time. Like, did he just start doing this?
And get rid of you because you're apparently murdering terrorist wannabes going around talking about how we should keep killing innocent civilians in Palestine. So sorry, I have no sympathy for you. And you want to go around censure Rashida Tlaib. And you want to do this old horse crap about any criticism of Israel is anti-Semitic. That's such a super tired, old, useless talking point. It's not working at all anymore. By the way, you're trying to guess the Republican. Mr. Thomas Massey. Massey is a principled conservative. I have massive disagreements with him, but he votes in his own way. Walks to the beat of his own drum, etc. And so he did not want to send more money abroad. He's an America First guy, and they're like, anti-Semitic. How dare you give all the money to Israel? Otherwise, you're an anti-Semite, right? And he's like, yeah, okay, try it again, brother. It ain't gonna work. We're tired of your crap. Oh, let's go kill all the Palestinians. But you see how they're the hateful ones?
Right.
We should murder them all. That's because they're hateful. All they understand is violence. No, Representative Mass, Representative Miller, all you understand is violence because you're savages. Total savages. Am I clear enough? Thank God there's some Justice Democrats there fighting back against these monsters. Last thing, Rashida Tlaib did that ad against Biden. And in the ad, she pointed out accurately the genocide that's happening in Israel. Is anybody condemning the Biden administration for that? Are we talking about? No. In the ad, it said river to the sea. So now we're not talking about the genocide anymore. We're not talking about 10,000
You
deaths.
have to interact with the boy.
4,000 kids
You know,
burned alive.
as long as you don't have no weapon, he can't. I don't think he can see you with it.
Falls on their head. All those murdered babies and children. But we're not talking about that. Someone dare to criticize the mighty Israel. Sorry, this Israel is not the 51st state. We are allowed, and even if they were, we're allowed to criticize. We're allowed to criticize our own. We're allowed to criticize our
I'm scared of a
allies.
twig
We're allowed
and a
to criticize
toothbrush.
foreign countries.
Something wrong.
And if you don't like it, then you're not really an American. You don't like freedom of speech. You don't believe in our values of morality and decency. You believe in murdering civilians. What does that make you, Matt?
I'm glad you're
What does that
okay.
make you, Miller? You want to have this
He's all
argument?
settled.
You terrorist wannabes? You want to murder civilians? Go somewhere else, but not in the United States Congress.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got more news for you, including one of these autonomous vehicle companies basically knowing that their technology wasn't good enough to censor or sense children on the roads, but they put their cars out there anyway. That and more coming up. Don't miss it.
Sponsor. 6 seconds. 6.
Yeah, I got you back. All right.
View live stream now with live chat.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something. Oh,
Video progress bar 1 hour, 42 minutes, 33 seconds. View live stream now with live chat.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah. Right. For real, I get it. Yeah, I just sat here. I gotta basically eat some. I gotta eat a little overdraft charge on my account right now because the T-Mobile charged me funny way this month. I sent money to my daughter for her birthday yesterday, so and I was yeah. She talked to me. I talked to her yesterday. She was over there having fun, running around screaming, "It's my birthday!" Have balloons all over the place, all over the floor. She woke up to balloons all over the place. So that's good. There's 100 balloons all over the house. That's a good thing. I'm glad she had. I'm just glad she had fun. I made sure, like I went in. Like I said, that little 57. That's not bad. I talked to the bank. They helped me out. They helped me with it because like I had a few overdrafts. They had the overdraft fees. They usually charge you for each one. So like each overdraft they hit you with, it's like $28 additional. Well, it's $28 each time I get hit for mine. But they probably steal that for other banks too because my bank is different from a lot of other banks. But the whole thing is like right now, like it just sucks because I can't hit it. I can't pay it back right now. But I'm gonna freaking hold on to it. Hopefully my checks, cover it this week. We had a few hours last week. I worked. Mm-hmm. Talk to my girl. Hopefully when she figure out what goes on, because she's supposed to be getting a refund from Chuck E. Cheese. Because we were supposed to do Chuck E. Cheese for her birthday this weekend, but it didn't happen because Chuck E. Cheese had a fire in their kitchen, and their whole damn restaurant got shut down for like the last for yeah, it's like for this whole it's like for like the duration of the time that we was gonna take. By the I think they said from the 11th to like the 18th or something. And that's only if they get the fire code to like approve they repairs and all that shit. So yeah. That's why I was like, damn. So yeah, we tried to find something else. So we did something at home. We got her a few years ago. We had her a bounce house. So she's had a bounce house now for the last 2 years now. But we had some of that going on. Oh my god, she had three. She likes mermaids and Barbies and stuff. So it's like okay, she watched the Barbie movie. Yeah, she watched the Barbie movie last night. Yeah, she got mad because I was on the phone. I was trying to talk to her because I was trying to see what she was doing. I thought it was like yo. She's like yo. I won't watch the movie. She started screaming at me on the phone. I'm like, oh, get out of here. Okay, never mind. All right, love you too. Daddy's in debt because of you, but it's okay. like Daddy just took a hit on his bank account, but it's okay. Nah, we straight though. I ain't worrying about it. That's why I said it was for a good cause. I don't mind. $57. It ain't that much. The bank already settled for most of the overdraft fees, so I don't have to worry about those. But I can just pay the rest up. It ain't no biggie. That's why I was like, oh yeah. See, I was thinking about what to make in my house. I really don't have nothing in here meats and treats like that. I got like burgers, like patties, you know. And I didn't go grocery shopping to like buy stuff like that. And that's the thing, like when it comes to me bringing out stuff, I kind of get a feeling like I feel like I'm not having a full episode of stuff that I want. You know what I mean? Like, and it's because I haven't really gotten a full review of like everything I have in my fridge. It's like certain times when I got my home attendant here, I look through, I'm trying to figure out what else I have in there so I can get her to make some certain things. It's like by the time I get her off the damn phone, I'll figure out what the hell it is because most of the time she's on the damn phone. Yeah. don't even think I got, and I don't think I got nothing but like frozen vegetables and like maybe something like maybe it might even be it might even be like a thing of frozen patties in there. So I'm
Other internal materials, by the way, show that Cruz was trying
probably.
and failing to make its vehicles drive to safety.
That's what I'm saying. Like I probably got a few. I probably got a few of them. But it's the thing. She's been through the freezer and fridge. But my whole thing is like I'm often throwing out the same amount of food that I'm bringing in every 2 weeks. And I'm feeling like it's kind of like most of it is like going to waste because it's not having anything to do. It's just sitting in the fridge and collecting mold, sitting there to go bad because it's not getting made. She cooking other stuff, or she just sits here and she's like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Well, what do you got? What's in there to make?" She makes the first thing she can put her hand on, and it usually ain't something that's already been in there. it's like it's that thing. It's like I don't know what to tell her. It's like I mean hell, go through my fucking refrigerator and I try to say like what can I say, but then I'm like, what is in here? I would say go chop up some peppers. I got a bag of ramen noodles. I can make something out of that. You know what I mean? You know, chop up some of those peppers and those, onions, maybe some plantains, and dice it up and make it into like a nice stir fried stew. I'll boil up the noodles. You know what I mean? Chop it in with some summer sausage. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make it a big meal, something that I can like try to, stretch it out. It won't even be something that you don't have that you can eat for, all the whole thing. You know what I mean? It might be like one. Right. That's what I was thinking. I'm looking towards trying to find other stuff like that, but I've been trying to do a lot of things I can't even really say I'm doing legally on, but I'm taking care of my family. Damn it, I don't care what nobody say. Shout out to the folks that do their thing. 5 for 19 minutes. Listen, I need to start thinking about like how to like budget like for like stuff like that. Cause when I shop through Walmart, but like when I go online, I just go for the things that I know I want, and then I look at the prices, and then it's like I got so much money to spend. So like I just went and stocked up this month. I probably shouldn't have bought like the bags of chips and shit that I bought for the month, but for the most part I had already gotten like my ramen noodles. I usually eat that. You know, I have a few summer sausages. Like I just like the long sticks of summer sausages. So like those you can heat those up, chop them up real good, chop a couple chunks, and then throw that into anything. You can make at least like 3 or 4 meals out of like one log. One of those summer sausages, like the one I get. So yeah, you get like at least 3 4 meals. Depends on how much of the meat do you want into your food, you know. So and yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I like a lot of chunky. I like my food to be a little bit thick with it, you know. So when it comes to it, it's if you can heat it up, you know what I'm saying, and what you do when you're done with it if you don't have you have a part that you want to keep, you wrap it up and you throw it in the fridge, you know, because after you cut it open, it comes out of the wrapper or whatever, and you can throw it in the fridge after that. But as long as it's in a wrapper, the container, you can leave it on the counter, leave it on the fridge, on top of the fridge, good for at least a good month or so. Yeah, it's good for at least a month or so. Yeah, it stays. Yeah, because you find summer sausage in the aisle, in the meat aisle, it's like pepperoni. It's like sticks of pepperoni. Yeah, it's sort of like the sticks of pepperoni. Yeah, but they come out and yeah. I found like Bridgeford is a really good brand, and I've worked with. Like I like their brand of summer sausage. Like I don't know, maybe it's because I had it when I was in jail. I'm preferably thinking about it because I've had the style of making things, you know what I mean, and having that county flavor associated with that meat for some reason. But it's something about it. But it feels like it actually texturizes the meat a little better for me. It's processed a lot more. They have, you can tell the meat is meat. You can definitely tell it's beef.
emerging
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, you can check it out. I usually buy like at least four, like 3 or 4 of them at a time. And you, like I said, you can cut up one at a cut up one for like making at least like 2, 3 meals. You know.
However, for those who are excited about it, great.
Yeah,
Be excited.
I definitely do. I definitely like the way it works out for me, because I don't eat so much now. I even then, so like this month for real, like I think I bought mostly stacked stuff because I don't really eat a whole lot anyway, and then most of my meals are light unless I'm eating heavy, unless I have a heavy feeling. That's why I've been wanting like more soups. Like I'll take a vegetable stew. I have my crock pot. I kept telling her I told my aide about my crock pot the other day. She's like, "What you doing with that?" I'm like, "What you mean? What am I doing with that? I got a crock pot. I know how to make chili. I know how to make shit. I just haven't been asked. I just haven't been doing it." Yeah. Listen. She said, "Nah, it ain't even that." She's like, "Nah, it ain't even that. I just don't like you using it by yourself." I'm like, "Why? I've been using it before you even came." I was like, "I was using it before you came." Like all I did, right, right. That's what I'm saying. Crock pot is the perfect thing. Like that shit sits, and all you got to do is let it sit. Put your foods in it and let it sit. Got your beef stock or your vegetable stock or whatever you're gonna put in it for your settle. Throw a little water under that. Set it. Let it go. Set it, forget it. I told her that too. I made my chili that same way. Set it, forget it.
Marvin, here is your reminder. 5 minutes to get out.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like they don't have to be that high. I made it fresh too. That's the crazy part. She didn't even realize and at the same time, I kind of was thinking about doing it myself, just to kind of prove a point. Get in here and just like one day, just get in there and like find all the vegetables that are in my house and start cutting up stuff and show her that I can actually do this shit without her help. But it's only because I'm trying to get her to just be in a routine of doing certain things. Like, yo, don't be a hesitate. Don't be sitting in here waiting on me to tell you what to do. Come on, like you come up in this piece at 7 o'clock in the morning, homie. It's like, homie, you up in here at 7 o'clock in the morning. You need to be I need to be telling you. I don't need to be telling you what to do if you want to come in here that early. Listen, I don't be wanting breakfast. I could have told you to. I could have like my thing is make me some coffee if I ain't already had a cup. You know, shit. You got me up this early. I usually ain't up that early anyway, unless I gotta work. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, you got the Keurig. You got the Keurig. I forgot. I don't have one. Oh, really? Oh. Oh. Yeah, you have to do it. I have to try that because I think that sounds like something I might have been able to rock with. Because I do. I'm a Maxwell house. I got this coffee filter. Yeah. I got my Splenda. Okay. Okay, so it's on Amazon. I had to go get in with them. I say if you see it on Amazon list on the shopping list, share it to me. Share the link to me. I'm gonna go look it up because I was there sure add that shit to my shopping cart. All right now, cause you know me, I drink that. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do. I will take that, drink that. Uh-huh. Yeah, I usually do 1 cup a day anyway. 1 cup a day. I don't go no further than 2 cups. If I go with 2 cups, it's because I had a long day and I'm kind of trying to fill the rest of the day in, trying to stay up, and not even because it don't even keep me up most of the time. That's the crazy part. That's the first time in like a while I've had that effect, but recently it's been to the point where it's like I could drink probably 2 or 3 cups and don't be tired. I'll fall asleep normal times, be up, but I'll be up mad early. So just recently it happens that like normally I fall asleep now. Like most times I fall asleep it'd be about 10 o'clock, sometimes 11 o'clock at night. But then I'm up at 5, 4:30, 3:30 sometimes. Like I'm up. If I'm not up, I'm running up to the bathroom. Yeah, it's like a couple nights down on. Hmm. Yeah, that usually is my night. I'm up and down because I drink water all day though. I'm most of the time drinking water all day. I prefer it though. I like it. I got a couple cases I bought this month. I got 3 cases I bought this month. I think that's why my back feels funny because I might have pulled something picking them back, picking all 3 of them up at the same time and put them in the house. Walmart decided they weren't gonna bring a dolly for these 3 cases of water. Yeah, like that was the point. They didn't bring a dolly. They didn't bring them up to my room, so I had to drag all 3 cases from my fourth floor, from the basement, from the bottom, from the lobby to my fourth floor apartment up the ele. Oh yeah, they called me and all that to tell me they was there. Yeah, they called me. The driver called me outside. Oh yeah, we got you, Marvin. Oh, you outside. We got your stuff outside. Thank God my aide came. Thank God my aide was here because like she grabbed most of the groceries and stuff. Cause I had a bag. I had a few bags too with the cases. So like, yeah. But got twisted on some stuff. Mm, really? I know that's right. Get your cases. Cause ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm telling you, cause that's where it's at right now. Like I stay hydrated, but I don't indulge in everything like I used to. I don't drink sodas. I still drink a tea here and there. You know, that's probably about my guilty pleasure. Hmm. Yeah. Vinegar water. Yeah, I mean, but that's the way to do it, though. You got to keep your kidney flushed out anyway. You know what I mean? Because that's how you keep a coordination with yourself. Because my numbers, actually, it's funny, Mama. My numbers have been dropping, and they dropped so crazy like over the last few weeks, which is something that I have been dealing with my educator, my diabetes educator, and my endocrinologist. We was arguing we've been arguing over trying to figure out why my numbers were like all year this year they were crazy. They were up and down. They've been high as hell starting the first 5 months of this year, and then like they dropped. Like the day after I went, like a few days after I went to go see my endocrinologist, they started dropping. Then they've been like steadily climbing and dropping. All this summer, like this whole time, like now they've been running low, like not low, but like in the average. Like my average is like 110. So you see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like my average was before that it was like 340, 5. Like some of them was like coming in. They start off like 5 and like 4 and 450 in the morning. I was like, why am I so high? And I don't drink, or all I have is water, maybe a cup of coffee in the morning. Right. Hmm. Right. The protein from the eggs and the pepper and the steak might have been a lot because it might have been too. It might have been a double help in the protein, so that could have boosted your blood sugar that way. But at the same time, it's still good for you because you're gonna process that while you're moving around all day. So. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, see, and it's crazy because I think our last one I checked earlier with I usually check mine about 5 o'clock. So when I checked mine this evening, it was like around like probably one 1:30, 1:31. And it was funny, like it's funny too, like because this whole day I've been really like on coffee, water, and Oreos. I've had double stuffed Oreo. I ate like a whole sleeve, at least one whole sleeve of Oreos, the double stuff. And I haven't had it. My number hasn't spiked past 180 this year, this week, today. I was kind of weirded out about it because it's been doing that regularly this week. So it's like I'm noticing because I was testing to see what the hell it would do. That's why I started eating snacks like that. I bought a few things to see what my numbers would do if I tested myself to eat this stuff. You know. Hmm. I got a bowl of fruit and I got a bowl of mixed fruit in my refrigerator. I still have. I got another one from. Oh really? Oh, oh, the peaches. Yeah, got to get them ripe ones. Right? I'm starting to really like mangoes though. I like the ripe ones though. You gotta get the ripe ones. Gotta get the ones that's just right. Mm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Uh. And of course she ain't tell you where she was going to get it, huh? Braggadocious. Just all braggadocious about it. You know, that's auntie. I talked to I talked to Auntie Ann earlier. Yeah, on her birthday. She didn't tell you. Mhm. Yeah, I talked to her. So trying to call in to see what she was on. I didn't think I number. I didn't think that I had her number. I didn't think that was still her number anyway. Most for the most part. That's why I dialed it anyway to see if it was still the same number. So yeah, it's good. I still got it in there in my phone. Listen, my number ain't changed since I've been up here. But if her number isn't the same, then I would probably say I would try to call her. But if her number changed, then I don't know. Like I do have that number in my phone. Right. She reached her. Right. That's what I said. So somebody reached her. So that's good. That's good to hear. That's great. Yeah. How's she gonna react to that? Yeah, cause it's well, yeah. I need to talk to her. Yeah. Yeah. I need to speak with her though, just to see what's up with her. 'Cause it's been a while, and I mean, Lord knows that she and I was close. I still love my cousin. You know what I mean? I miss. I wish that what I mean. We had more of a connection together where we could talk a little more because she has a lot going on. She's always had a lot going on, you know. But it's been her show for that whole situation. I want her to figure it out. Right. I know she was doing. She had her degree in tech. I thought that's what she was going. What she was in college for before. When we were younger. That's what I lost. Oh, oh. Well, that's good. I mean, it's good to get that out. I mean, maybe it was something there that she could use as a tool and help her with her, you know what I mean, situation with her mental health, you know, because that's serious. Like, and then the fact that she's older, she has to micromanage that situation herself now. Mom can't be here. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I always looked up to Takia because I thought she was so smart. She is. She just, she is. And that's the thing. She really is. Like, she just really has such a impressionable mindset too. Like, it was when I noticed that too about her. Cause for some reason, like, it just seemed like every time, like, I was brown, and when I talked to her, she was very, into like certain things, and like because of the nation having a certain, viewpoint, she only she only existed in a certain space with certain, remedies of knowledge that she understood and took into. So, hey, what up, Rock? That's my mama you talking with, Miss Rocky from the Heifers, Gossiping Heifers. What's love? That's love. Good evening, Queens. What y'all doing tonight? You just the new one, or was it one that was on her? Yeah, it was one that was on her. Was on the list this week, right? Or from last week, I believe. Okay, so that's the thing. Like, I literally said, okay, so this is what happened, and I think I started talking about this earlier today on this episode. What, like I said, is like, look, I'm not gonna be the one picking winners every Friday morning. Okay, I need to be waking up to comments full of posts on these posts to figure out who's gonna win, and counting these posts. You know what I mean? Counting that way to know who's gonna win, and that should be the problem that I have. I can't determine how many people won because this person actually, yeah, it was. Its end of the year seasonal episode in the end of December, and I plan on putting out a cash prize for the winner. But I'm not gonna give you nothing if we ain't doing no damn game. If we ain't having we can't make a game of it now in November. We can't even make a game of it now. I can't even get no participation. No participation. Like, not even a little bit. That's what I said. There was a lot of comments that used to come in all the time, and it used to be bagging. A lot of y'all used to jump on it. So now it's like they took a break. See, that's my people. That's why I love my people. But I gotta get them into it. You know what I mean? We only took a break because we don't stop when January 1st hits and the new season starts. So the new season started in January 1st, right? But because the new season starts and we're still trying to, yeah, we still basically just coming back from the season start, like halfway in, you know what I mean? This is the other half of the season. We took a whole month off, you know, just to give a breather. Because we've been doing it since January. We started in January. We kept it rolling. We rolled into the second. We rolled into season three around the end of January. I just said, yo, we need to switch it over because we've been doing season two for a minute here. We need to go to season three. Okay. So we went in. And then that's why this is what we're, that's why I was like, okay, so we took a break. I said, well, all right, we take a break in July, which last year we took a break in, I think, July last year. And then I came back in October. But that was the thing. I didn't want to do that. So I said, no, I'm gonna go on break July, which was perfect timing, turns out, even though when I came back in August, it was kind of rushed, I felt, because, I didn't get half my stuff here in time for the show. I was really in rush mode. I had so much stuff that I didn't have by the time the show started the first week when we got back on the season break. From the season break, yeah, we had so much stuff that we didn't have here yet. Like the stand was here, we had the tablets and stuff, but we didn't have a lamp. So we didn't have nowhere to set up the tablet to put it nowhere. So we was kind of using whatever we had in here that was heavy enough to set up the tablet, to set it up, and yeah, no lights, so we kind of was like in here, and I kind of had to like turn on the dining room, the bath, or it was the kitchen light was our light to overhead. Yeah. Plus, I didn't have a TV yet. Right, it's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than the other spot. It ain't gonna. I gonna say a lot smaller. It's more a little bit in the level of like a third, maybe a third, maybe a fourth. So it's a little smaller. Yeah, the old one, yeah, because you come in, it's like a hallway. You go past the hallway, yeah, it's an opening. That shit opens up pretty weird. Yeah, but this one, it's not even a large. It's not even. Once you come in the door, you're pretty much in the house. Yeah. So, well, yeah, the bathroom is pretty small when you look at it, because that space is very tight in there, and everything's pretty knit. It's pretty set up for me. For to be honest with you, I can move around with more than one person in here, but it ain't fit for it. It ain't fit for more than one person in here. This is definitely the studio apartment. That's why I said like I'm looking into other stuff right now. I got my credit score looking good. I checked my numbers yesterday. 723 is my Equifax. And I think a 604. I mean, like I'm doing pretty good for that. Right now I got a Capital One card I'm building credit on. So I'm doing secure card. That's what I did. I was telling you about that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so got that set up. I mean, listen, had it not been for the fact that I was doing all this stuff with Lexington Law Firm, getting my credit, deferred, and throwing all those defaults, and the child support got removed this year, that kind of helped too. That, don't get me twisted, that really helped. Paying, Lexington Law every month, that 26, even that $26 to dispute one case at a time. They went through, and we just kept going with whichever one felt like the one decisive to going to go with. And after a while, it became more relative to realization of which ones I could dispute, especially after like a few years had passed. Because a lot of them, they just went into default because I ain't had, you know yeah, well, I ain't had no money to pay for nothing. So by the time Biden had got that student cancellation thing off the ramp, that little funding that I had, that little money I owed, it was like 8 grand. I was already I was right there in the bracket. They squeezed my ass right on in. They said, "Okay, buddy, we'll take you." Well, I fit right into that bracket. I had I had that was from Westwood though. So well, I mean that gave me a clean slate though. Now I can look towards shooting for other stuff now. So that's what I was going into considering now. I'm gonna start thinking about, maybe walking down like lines of how much I can mortgage, how much I can pull in from like my mortgage rate from my credit score. You know, listen, me too. My hair is my listen. I need somebody to do my hair. My aide has been playing with my hair. I think I'm about ready to cut it. It's listen. Yeah, I'm not even finna take. Not even finna go there, mommy. I started thinking about me and you the whole time. This hair has been doing what it's doing right now. Been having a hair crisis right now, man. I swear. It's been going crazy because, like, okay, I noticed once my hair stops getting nobody now, I fired the lady who was my home attendant. I had to fire that lady because she was trying to kill me, mama. That lady that was in here, the one that was in here all nice while we was on the phone talking about all the stuff that you was getting from Walmart for me. Mhm. Yeah, she was up in there trying to kill me. Mad of the food that I brought, even the food that I had ended up bringing over here. I didn't finish. I couldn't eat it because I had to throw it all. I ended up having to throw it all out. Most of it went bad, and she refused to be the one to tend to the kitchen like she was supposed to over there. She like let a lot of that food that was in my refrigerator just sit there, go bad, do nothing to it. She did the worst of the worst. Like there was food that had come it had got so bad in that refrigerator that it actually started having like bugs coming out of it. Like, yeah, that's how bad the food had got in my refrigerator from her not doing anything, not clearing out bad food that was going bad, anything, not even doing any of that. She just let stuff go bad in there and it just set. And then it let it set so long that it just started germinating bugs out of it. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? I literally, I fired her immediately. I said, no, I can't do this. No, there's no way in the hell you're doing this job and making whatever you're making per hour for sitting in here and telling me you're doing a job that you're not doing. You literally, there was 3 different times in the 4 months that that lady was working for me. I was longer than that, but it was in that time that she worked for me that she literally, I told her, I said, "Hey, can you check the fridge? Make sure the food is fresh, because I've been smelling something. There's a smell. People keep saying they smell something in the refrigerator. You know what I mean? Like they smell something as soon as they walk in my house. My refrigerator is literally right there at the door. So why wouldn't it be the trash or the door or the refrigerator? If they already clean the trash out and they don't smell it in the trash, then it's obviously the refrigerator. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I cleaned it out, cleared it out. I did. Meanwhile, I had another person go behind her. Right. I had another person go behind her, and then I had I still have the pictures. That's the crazy part. I still have the photos of all the stuff that he took pictures of. It's like, are we seriously gonna go down that road? And then you think that even when I exposed and told you this, I pulled you to the side. I didn't even throw you out there. Like I could have ran you under the bus, but I didn't even do it. And you still do me dirty. You still try to do me dirty. You take my red velvet cake for my birthday that I had in my refrigerator. You knew that was mine. You ate it. Mm-hmm. Right. Wow. Right. Oh no. Okay, like dang, what's wrong with it? Can't take my little sour tarts, man. Or at least a peach and a peach. Okay, something. Give me five. For real. Of course. That's the same thing with a certain somebody I know that used to be hanging out here all the time. Mr. I'm your friend. Look at you like a big brother. Meanwhile, this man, I done gave him three different jobs, two of which jobs, yep, man, yeah, notice he ain't here now. Notice he ain't here now. He done moved, got him a new place, live over there on another street. Don't live over there at the building no more. So, oh yeah, he done moved. Now he think that because he moved that he disappeared from people. Don't nobody supposed to know where he at or what he's been doing, you know? And then like neglecting the fact that he still owes me for things that he borrowed and had said that he was gonna repay me for. You know, mind you, I don't. I'm at this point right now. It's been so long. You mind you, this mommy, he's owed me this since May. You see what I'm saying? Mind you, all his friends, when he owed them, they cut him off, and he ain't had no choice but to come to me for all the stuff he was coming to me for, because they wasn't fooling with him until he paid them back, right? Fact. But see, this is what it is. He did no, he borrowed. What he did was he went and caught me at a time when I wasn't thinking about the fact of him doing it because I had already had too much stuff going on. I was arguing with the staff at the building. I was trying to get away from that place. Plus, I had other stuff I was doing with NABA, trying to get job placement for the job interviews and all that stuff. So I had all that other stuff that I was trying to worry about aside from that. And I wasn't thinking about him in particular, but I noticed the little stupidity things that I settled for at the time. And I was like, okay, so I'm not even worrying about it at this point. I'm just like, you know what? I'm accepting it as a loss. But what it hurts me the most is this is the time when it would have been righteous for you to come back to me and be like, yo, bro, I'm sorry that took so long, but here, you know what I mean? And what really throws me about it is I've never done this to him. So I don't understand why he's even committing like this. I've never done this to him. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the thing. This is the reason why I stay to myself now. I try not to deal with everybody because once I do, this happens. Now, mind you, you've seen that, mommy. I was here, he was here all the time. Never stop. What's up, cuz? What's up? He here, I'm hearing him here. He coming, I'm sitting. All right, what's up? We chilling. He in the refrigerator trying to find something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, but again, here we are now. Fast forward, he get he move. I move. He's now upset because his whole feng shui seems a little dysfunctional now. I don't know what the hell that was about, which I never understood it to begin with, but supposedly he had already pre planned to be leaving already before I left. So it just took place after I left, which is stupid because I don't believe that to be true. Anyway, I believe that was his excuse he gave everyone to let everyone know that the reason he left was stupid. The real reason he got removed from that building and had to leave and go somewhere else is because he put himself out. He put himself out technically. He got into an issue. There was an altercation at the facility, and he got into it with someone. It wasn't his fault. It was the other person's fault. The other person in turn tried to sick a dog on him, so he went back into the house. Right? He goes back into the house and comes back outside with a knife. They have called the police now because you're being violent in a building that is zero tolerance for violence. Okay, So therefore, you are now exposing the entire atmosphere of the community center to violence right now. So yes, they did have to call the police on you, and you were arrested, but you lived there. So you got released after a 72-hour watch because they thought you was crazy. Okay, so you know what I mean. But you get out, and now you're you're going to use that as an excuse because technically the reason why you had to move is because they needed to get you away from the facility because there was no way it was going to wash over. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen how you reacted, and you're not the type of person that likes to keep your mouth shut. See, if you had have done that, you probably would have, but then by that time, there was a staff member that he had already been involved with at one point, that he had an issue, that she started to see some side of him that she didn't think was there, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I don't feel safe now. Now she's ready to let him go, even when she was the one who got hired because he put in the good word for her. You see what I'm saying? So you see where the whole thing is. It's like I tried to say something in the beginning. I said, listen, bro, you're getting your eyes bigger than your head. Your eyes is bigger than your stomach right now. Pay attention to what you gotta pay attention to. You 25 years old. You ain't got no kids. Do what you gotta do. Build credit. You said you had a house. You said you had a house before in your name. You had a whole house, nice house, right? Do it again. You live here in a rooming center. You know what I mean? Like you're in a program. You're living in a program, a transitional housing program. Okay. Don't come at me with bro. But I'm poor now. I don't want to hear that. Get it. You're 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me. Don't. It's 2023, bro. You're 25. Don't play with me. You got all these accessible things you're good at. You're a tech kid. You love computers and all that shit. You can break down the computers and do all this stuff with it. Okay, then make some money. Show me why you don't need to go to work every day of the week, even though you make $30 an hour at your job working at Times Union Center, cleaning up. Yeah, think about it. He don't go to work all the time. His work is by the job. His work goes by the job. See what I'm saying? His hours aren't regulated like that because technically the Times Union Center don't have things going on like that every day. It's not like Mercedes Benz if they you know what I mean, or the Hawk Stadium downtown, you know what I mean, in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like they ain't doing it like that. you know, they're not keeping business like that. But it's they get stuff going on up here. You know what I mean? He just opens. He's the one who sets up the events. So he's doing the arena floors. But that's the thing. Like if you're not getting that job, right? Even if that's not coming regularly, where you got a steady paycheck, don't you think as somebody at his age with his kind of, he's like, oh, I'm smart beyond my, which he is, and I don't give him, I don't take that away from him. He's a very smart kid. 25 years old, has a very smart, intelligent brain when it comes to computers. You know what I'm saying? Real smart. So I'm like, okay, cool, use that, sir. Right. So you see what I was saying? Like it was so to the point. I was like, yo, bro, we could have been, working this whole thing out. You could have been co-broadcasting the show, you know, and it would have worked out a lot better. Even still, because I would have been able to keep him focused on other things, and we could have found a way to generate some kind of funds out of this. Because this commentary between me and him was starting to go somewhere at one point. A lot of people were tuning in. They wanted to hear what we and him was talking about. Not showing, oh nah, I gotta be out. I want to go hang out with my friend. Okay, cool, do your thing, bro. You still young. I'm not. I'm doing my show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like you ran out of sauce, kid. You started off with something, then you ran out of flavor. It's like somebody somebody who could keep a show. I mean, I'm here with you all day long, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I do have a time frame when I feel like everything goes good for me and I have a good time. Everybody enjoys my time that I share. So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know, but with him, even between that and then the fact that he's had a spotty sort of situation going on where behind the scenes there's a lot of speculation about what's going on with him that I can't physically see for myself because I can't see the kid, you know. So it's not like I have to, full access of what's going on. Like there have been people who have said things about certain, you know, presentations that he shows other people but doesn't do around me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, well, I don't know what to say about that. If he's not giving me those exemplary ideals and things of that nature, then what can I say other than he's a weird kid that likes to play Call of Duty all the time on his phone and whatever phone he can get his hands on. And usually he's very loud about how much he cares about nothing but cursing and F words and cunt and it's like words that I've never heard myself even say in front of a female. He said like fluently, and I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. That is so disrespectful. I've had to kind of correct him on several times, like, and I think that's mainly what it is. He felt like I was kind of like, but at the same time, I'm older than you, bro. You're 14 years my senior. I'm, man, you, and that's what I mean. Like, I'm good at doing that when it comes down to it. But at the same time, I know my place and I know how to be respectful, and I try my best to present that first. He, on the other hand, is the one who wants to be the trickster. He's like Loki. You know what I mean? Like he is. He's like the Loki trickster of the normal of a human society where you got a normal kid that just doesn't really get along with everybody. But the way he gets along with people he has friends with is they do pranks and they like to do little heinous misdemeanor joints around town. Yeah, he's the type of kid you see doing being a public nuisance because okay, he decides he wants to throw paintballs at he wants to shoot paintballs at a cop car, that kind of thing. He's that kind of kid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he'd be that kind of kid, you know. And it feels like that's kind of the stage of life that he's set at right now. He wants to continue to keep that strength in his vibrant youth and all of this, even though you've reached a quarter century, my friend. You know, yeah, mentally, yeah, and that's what I look at. Mentally, you're still in that stage. You know what I mean? You're just reaching the adult dynamic of a teenager, which you want to be respected as an adult. You see the title and it looks enticing because of your age, and legally you can do certain things, but at the same time, mentally, some of the stuff you're asking to do, you're just not fully, involved as you should be. And it's like I realized that myself because like he was saying that before, like he had needed to like establish credit. Like, how is it you need to establish credit if you own the house? Can you explain that to me? If you've owned a house before, do you need to how do you need to establish credit? You don't have no credit, but you own the house. I see now that's a question I'm willing to ask anybody that find out the answer to because I don't think it's possible. But I'm willing to bet. that it's always, me that comes in with certain questions, and I ask, to find out myself. Okay, so all right, but for me, like I said, I'm not here to judge. I'm just like, I understand. Like, my whole thing is, I owe my weed lady. Like, she ain't she ain't heard from me all day. I said I was gonna pay her today if I have it, but I said if I have it, if I get paid today, I will pay you today. But don't worry, cause I got you. That was my thing. I ain't gonna say that for no reason though, because even if I am in the hole of $57 in my bank account right now. I'm still gonna make sure that my dealer, who made sure to give me my yesterday on time with no hesitation, is gonna get her half of the money that I owe her. So it's just gonna take me a little minute to get to it. So it happens. But like I said, I'm not worried about that part. My thing is, at least I am not the type of person that will say something like that, commit to something like that, and won't at least put forth something. Because I guarantee you, even if the day comes where I get something in my hand to pay off one of the other debts that I have, I'm gonna be like, hey, this ain't everything, but here's what I got right now. I got you the rest. No, just hold out for me. You know, and with the overdraft will get paid when it get paid, which will probably hit when I hit my deposit, because that's not a big deal. I usually get at least enough to hold me to effectively hold off assault like that. And the best thing I love about my bank is, even with that overdraft, I can sit on that overdraft until my next deposit and won't get hurt from it. You know what I mean? I can literally sit for days on that overdraft until my next deposit, and it won't do nothing. But whenever that deposit hits, it'll take whatever it's owed. And I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't got to worry about that. That's fine, because I'll still have enough to pay the phone bill. That's what I was more concerned about. Because from right where I'm standing, my next phone bill should be under $200. It should be under two. Well, I gotta pay for three devices really. I pay for my home internet, which is 55, and then my two phones. Yeah, I have two phones. Yeah, my phone and Adriana's phone. I pay for both our phones, and then the internet for my house. So runs a it. No, it's through T-Mobile. Hmm. Nah, but what's funny? Like, I've had my home internet now since I moved here. I moved here in August. Got home internet same time I moved here. I got it in probably about July, August. But I've been paying on this. I yeah, yeah, and then I have the 5G Go Plus plans for my phone bills for my two phones. Yeah. No, you know what's funny? The Fire Stick is all separate. Like, I got the Fire Stick, kind of cool though. The Fire Stick came to me as a Christmas gift in 2018, which is funny. I've had it that long. I just really started using it like last year. So it's funny because, like, the whole time I've had it, like, the pandemic kind of made me kick it out for a little while because I watched like a couple of movies on HBO Max back in the time, when the first around the time after, around like 2021, I think is when I first started buying into like HBO Max and Disney Plus and stuff. So I think after I got that, and then I started like getting into the thing, and then one of my staff members that worked over at the building before I moved, she actually told me that I could turn the talk, the voiceover on the thing. So once she got the voice working on the Fire Stick, I was like, okay, cool. I'm with it all day now because it's talking all the time now, and I can use it. I don't have to worry about Like nobody, yeah, because like all it is I can hear what she's doing, and that helps me, so I know where the hell I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like at least then I can know where I'm going, what I'm looking at, where I'm, what I need to look for if I need to go somewhere else. And it's not something of a confusion because the whole time in the beginning, that was part of the reason why I didn't use it the first time for a few years because when Argiana first came over to my apartment, like back in 2019, 2018, or something like that. Sometime I think it was 2019 actually, the first time she came over. But yeah, she was watching. We were watching something on Netflix. I think it was like what was that show? Rap. What was it? Was it Rhyme? What is it? That show that Cardi B was on and Ti and Chance the Rapper. Was it Rap Shit or is it? Yeah, nah, it wasn't that one. It was the other one. Yeah, with Cardi and Ti and Chance. Yeah, yeah. But around that time, we were sitting there watching. We were sitting there watching that on Netflix. But yeah, kind of like didn't really get into it until after they put the voiceover on, and then all of a sudden I just started getting into it more, and then I have like all the units, like shit. We're talking Paramount Plus, Peacock, or I have Hulu. I pay for the good. I pay for all the pretty much dope like setups for everything right now because Paramount Plus is at its. I pay the top for that. That's like $14. I pay Hulu. That's $27 because I have Hulu and Showtime. I think no Stars is on there. I got Hulu and Stars. So it's Hulu with no ads and Stars. That's $27. Yeah, like damn, HBO fucking Max is fucking 17.99. I'm like Jesus. I'm glad that T-Mobile hooked me up with the free subscription to Netflix. That's why I don't gotta pay that 25. I hated that. Yo, they was killing me. Netflix was killing my pocket. Listen, they was killing my pocket. Let me tell you why. Because my account is linked to the account that Adriana is using. So every time Adriana would use her account in Tennessee, I would get a I would get hit for it because it's not in this area. It's not coming from me. Well, I didn't care because she was the only person using it until I started using it. Now that T-Mobile got us under the contract that we are under now, we get free Netflix. So it sucks, but we had to separate. We had to separate our accounts, which that pisses me off because she should have still been able to use my account either way because we're under the same you know family account. I had her name. I had added her name to my family account on Netflix, and I thought that was what I was supposed to be doing it for. But right, assholes, straight assholes. So at the end of the day, I ain't stressing it. I ain't stressing it. I paid for all of that stuff really right now. I'm just trying to make sure that my kids is happy with whatever they watching. Like, cause the girls usually using it most of the time. I'm upset because I can't talk to my damn kid. I can't talk to my son. I ain't had no time to. Ain't nobody wanting to talk to me. That's mainly what it is. Um, but you know, I'm still on the mission. Listen, I, I don't even know. I don't even want to keep going into that thought process with her and him because it's a lot. It is. It really is. And it just seems like at the age they is, she is. This should not be a part of that. But okay. And here we are. But yeah, Yeah, right. Mm. And see, middle, I was gonna say middle school, high school right now, right? Damn, it's getting old. Mhm. Well, that's good. That's what I'm talking about. Super smart. That's what I'm saying. And it's like you that's that's got to be a heavy hit to his brain at some point. I don't know why, but you got to think all three of your oldest kids. Stop playing with us before they graduate. Thank you. Like, jeez, he'll be yo. I guarantee you, love will college. Love will graduate before that boy think about it. Did she? Wow. Damn. That is strange. That is strange. Oh wow. Oh, she took that the wrong way about her. Mm-hmm. Nah, see, some people always trying to find something to nitpick about. It's just saying. Mm, right. Nah, because at this point, you know, what's done is done. You know, and like I said, man, people sometimes they really need to find better ways to get themselves through their things that they have that are pent up. Because some people have so many things pent up and they hold on to stuff for no reason. Time ain't gonna let you keep doing that. You know, the more you sit there and hold on to it, you lose time. You lose a lot of time because you waste time thinking about something that you could have done something else. You know, yeah. It's like, why are you wasting your energy on something that you could seriously have found something better to think on and been stressed over, and it would have probably been worth you stressing. You know, it actually would have been worth it. There's a lot more things now out here going on that people be stressing over nowadays. It's like, honestly and truthfully, I could care less about, you know what I mean, anything going on if it ain't talking about the fact that we have like over 10,000 people dead in a city that's like a 2 mile strip. Like, that's crazy. 4,000 of them 10 of those 10,000, over 10,000 people are kids, babies. That's insane. And we're talking about supporting the people that are doing this, in spite of the fact that yeah, they were attacked too. But let's look at the facts, man. Like, Jesus Christ, when is enough? Do you really think, you know what I mean? Like, do you really think that that's gonna equal a level playing field at the end of the day? You're shredding the whole city to nothing because you have the ability to do it. They've lost 10 times the people you did in the day that you're causing all this war and destruction from. And you could see what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. Like, come on. If you work with the people, maybe they could have came so they could have been on your side. Like, what are we doing here? And I'm hearing all of these stuff going on in different areas. Like, and me personally, I'm here thinking about the fact that, you know, we got stuff like that going on, semi microcosms of it like that going on down here in this country that we live in. Mind you, that's happening across the cut. That's happening across the water in the Middle East. You know, it's happening across the water in the Middle East. This is we got stuff like that happening in our own cities, in our own towns, in our own neighborhoods, from locals with M80s and with pipe bombs and you know AR-15s out there. So I mean, you look at the responses from the elected officials. That's what's really bothering me the most. It's like we're more geared on trying to find out whether or not Trump's going to be elected to be a name on the ballot next year. We didn't even think about the fact that we just had. Listen, they haven't even settled those trials yet. He's got so many of them he's facing right now. They don't think he's gonna be done with those trials by the time that they don't. Honestly, they trying to drag out the trials really because they're trying to keep. A lot of people are predicting that if he doesn't get convicted or like if they don't sentence him or have him convicted and sentenced by before the end of like before the actual campaign trail starts next year, they might have a problem with getting him off because like if they had now we're looking right now. I've been hearing a couple of states have um, made his name have taken his name off the ballot for next year's general election. So that's kind of going to be a big hit, a big stamper on his whole stuff too. So he can't run if your name can't be placed on the ballot. If your name can't be on the ballot, then honestly, they're not going to vote for you anyway. You're going to lose your votes there. Then there's another third party candidate that's running. The few third party candidates on the Democratic side that are running. So I mean, outside of the basically, okay, so what it is now, okay, so I think the last thing that they got on him right now, they're talking about this gag order. He got placed on recently from one of his court trials. He had a gag order placed on him to keep him from talking crap on his social media. So apparently that got reinstated because he tried to appeal it and said that it was unconstitutional. It violated his civil rights, the First Amendment, or whatever. So he tried to say that, and they said no. You're slandering people's names, and you're using that. You're defaming people for no to affect them in a way that is conducive to you. It's not conducive to anybody else. It's not productive. It's not conducive to the truth. If you were saying things that weren't false and admissively using false information to make a hate pool, because that's all he's been doing is spewing this hate rhetoric and and adding names to it, like he did for Bonnie Will, like Bonnie, the DA down there in Georgia. Same thing. See, you see what I'm saying? That during the election, during her election in 2016, that's how he won. He defamed her through that whole situation, and mind you, she had already been cleared of that beforehand. She had already been cleared of that beforehand. Everybody else, he had everybody else so psyched up that she was just gonna be another mole for the Russians. Meanwhile, it was his ass that got caught up in all of that shit. And it was him that actually did it. which we don't get to admit that part though, even though we got him impeached twice and it still obviously did nothing. In one term, I've never seen that in my entire life living in this world. Yeah, rushed him out, and then all of a sudden we rushed him out to get a twice impeached president. One term. In one term, he got twice impeached. I've never seen that in my life. That's the craziest thing ever. Right. I mean, good grief. Clinton got some booty. This fool did everything under the sun that a president should never do, and all of a sudden we're trying to we can't compare the two really, because honestly, truthfully, all of them did some dirt. But good grief, that's just terrible, man. Like this man literally had documents and secrets in the bathroom, in his personal bathroom at Mar-a-Lago. Like these are top secret documents. Right. And it's like, oh my God. All because, and it's funny because like you thought about that, and then you see how he took up the rose bed that freaking Melissa, that Michelle, but that Michelle planted the vegetable garden there. He took that up. Yeah, you remember that because Michelle put a vegetable garden, I think, in one of the gardens in the White House too. She had started a vegetable garden there. All of a sudden now, they've done all kind of stuff to that area now. It's not even what it's not even what it is, what it was then. I think Biden put something else there. I think Biden put something else there. They ain't got nothing. I don't think they got what used to be there. Because I think Melania put like roses there or something like that. Made like a rose bed or something. Yeah, yeah, they are. Mhm. It's weird. Something about the things. I mean, I like them. They're pretty. You know, they smell nice when they're growing and they're blooming. But it's just hard to maintain because when you think about it, they're so sharp with them damn thorns. Mm-hmm. Nah, it would have been a bad. It wouldn't have been much of a bad idea had it not been for the fact that like with all of that, it's just too. I don't like it. I don't like. I love the rose thing, the whole theme of it and everything. But the fact that it's like you got to dethorn them first, man. Go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? No, no. My fingers is not. No. I'm just getting away from like I'm just satisfied with getting away from the finger sticks and stuff. Damn diabetes. My fingers still feel the pain from all that stuff. That's why I don't be. That's why I'm so glad that every day I'm like, okay, when this thing gets messing up and the sensor fall off or it don't stay on, I'll be mad as hell. I'll be like, we ain't doing this. We better get this thing right. Yeah, I ain't playing. I'm so glad I got away from that stuff because it's still, even though I get my A1C check and that's the only time they do the sticks now, it's like I still don't like it. Still not a fan. Mine is, mm, I got one. I think I got another. Oh, yeah, why dentist appointment coming up next week? I got a dentist appointment next week. That's where it's going though. I think mine is running back down to probably about a 9 or a 7. I think that's where I was at. I was in like, I think I was like 9 last time I checked, cause it was weird. Hmm. Oh wow, yeah, that's not good. Hmm. Right, and that's not safe, cause that stuff will bottom you out. That's why when I check my blood sugar every night before I take my supposed to be taking my insulin. My endocrinologist told me recently, the last time I seen her, she said take 5 units at least for your overnight. I said no, because usually when I check my blood sugar, my numbers say one be like 100 by like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, no, why would I take 5 units knowing that if I take five by morning I'll be at 67 or some shit? I'm good. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I've gone down there too. I've gone 50s and 40, 45 or 47 was one of my lowest ones I've seen. Like, we're not doing that. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait a minute, nah, that's crazy. That had me up. I was literally sitting there with a cup of coffee in my hand. It's like, like straight chugging. Like, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's because it's that metabolism adding into it. It's the process for your body processing whatever you eat, and it don't process it fast enough for you to get that blood sugar going flowing again. But I mean, add that to like every so often it helps to have at least something sweet. Why? Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. I didn't even think about that. See, I've been kind of just like not really considering those, but I was like a bag of chips or something. So, hmm. Oh yeah, no, hmm, yeah, it's the caffeine. Well, that's good. I'm glad I got to talk to you before you got to lay it down. I'm about to get out of here myself. I'm past my time to be hanging in here tonight. We just been chilling tonight. It's Tuesday, so listen, I'm trying to hopefully get some word back from my job to hear from a job to go to work today, sometime this week before the end of it. But until then, we still here. So, yeah. So far, so good. It's been really working into like the actual job now. We starting to get to like what I need to do with these boxes that I'm getting in these cages, things like that. So like all of that stuff is starting to come down. Like, and it's getting to like that part of it where they're gonna be like, oh well, we want you to learn how to scan these boxes into our systems and put them in certain things and do certain things to it. And I'm like, okay, basically, yeah, that's Amazon though. And that's all they really are is a packaging company. Basically, they are just a packaging company. Amazon is. But yeah, that's basically my department I'm in too. I'm an outbound packer, so I'm packing all the stuff that's coming out, out. So, but yeah, but yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I was thinking about that too because I'm actually trying to see my next steps on since I got my DBA. I'm gonna start actually working on new designs for a t-shirt, logo designs for a new t-shirt. I'm gonna start trying to put out some new merch, stuff like that. Start working on how to get it. You know it. Shout out. You know it. But oh yeah, I already got a lot of people over here talking about wanting to get a copy of your book when it come out too. So we're gonna be hopefully getting around to that soon. We're gonna be hopefully getting around to that soon. Hmm. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Yes. Listen, I understand completely. Um, we'll figure it out. I feel like it's gonna take some time and some doing, but you know, we can work it. We gonna have to work. We gonna have to figure it out. Uh-uh. Damn. From what it sound like. Well, I mean, right. Exactly. See, that's the world we live in today, mommy. It sucks, but that's literally what it is. Too. People are just scared of themselves. They're scared to see bodies in the way that we should see bodies. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Right. Uh huh. See. Yeah, that's again the world we are in. Right. I mean, like, geez, don't get it twisted. A lot of these writers didn't get they start from being censored. A lot of good writers didn't get their start from being censored. They got it from being off that censored list, stepping out of that norm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be definitely a project. I have to look into it though, cause I'm almost certain that there's a way to get all of that stuff like narrowed down to like how much it's all gonna run down to costing. Mm. Hmm. Hey, man, good idea. Mm. Yeah, I definitely would be a good idea. Look into it, cause I definitely been trying to see if I can find any like something like I can fall into like lately. I haven't seen any ASCAP grants I was looking into as of recently, but you know, those is not so easy. They're not always so easy to find. You just got to go know the right places to look. I mean, different departments for different stuff. But, hmm. Mm. 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 Oh, okay. I understand. I understand. Enjoy your day off. That's what it's. That's what it's for. It's called day off for a reason. No, what you been? I mean, you got to think. You've been moving around all day at work. So what is you gonna do? You know? Hmm. Mm, it is. For real. No, that's right. Mm-hmm. Right. That's a lot. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing with Thanksgiving this year. I might stay at home. Kind of. Over here, they got something going on next week on Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's Tuesday the 14th. Yeah, they got something going on over here at the building here. They serve lunches here every day, like every Monday through Friday. Hmm. And I know they got something. I say, no, they got something over here, up at the center on I think Thanksgiving Day. They supposed to be doing something up there. You know, they said I should stop by, or I can stop by, but I gotta sign up for my plate. So I said, all right, just sign me up. I come up there and pick it up. Oh, mm. Sound like they just. Mhm. Right. Wow. That's a large. That's a lot. That's like at least a few pounds of each thing. Hmm. 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 Damn. Hmm. Nah, you don't really need all that. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And she says, little milk to just level it out. Yep. Hmm. Yep. Indeed it do. Facts. That's what I was thinking. I was saying the same thing, Bobby. Stop playing. Yo, nah, no, 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 no. Uh-uh. Hmm. Over little things, over little stuff. Yep. Hmm. Something that ain't even important. They done flipped over a table for it. Nah, see, that's even worse. And that's what I was saying about the same thing. They do the same thing to some of the staff up there at the center. I was saying that about them. I was like, listen, y'all gotta stop doing it to them people over there. They be actually considering doing things, nice things for these people that come here, and for y'all to be acting like, you know, y'all can't at least reimburse these people for the things that they're doing for these members and residents that live there. You should be ashamed of yourself, saying that you in here helping people and you in here treating your staff who are actually doing things that are helping people like that. telling them, oh well, we can't reimburse you for the action you took on this. Um, whose fault is it that staff is forced to cater to an event that you're willing to okay in the building for for the staff, for like the members and the residents, but then, oh, when it comes to the concessions that people may say, oh, well, you know how a movie theater, you go to the movies to watch a movie, but you have a concession stand because they have food that you can eat there, snacks and things, right? Well, in order for the concession stand to be a real life thing in that particular moment, the staff the staff has to be the one to acquire the food, and they are often the ones who come out of their own pockets with it, which is sad because I said, now why is that something that you're doing when majority of the time that we didn't have a actual cook in the building, you ordered food like it was going out of business. You would order food like it's going out of business, but you can't order snacks for a movie night that you're hosting at your facility. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, wait a minute, you're very selective on how you're operating this facility here. And I've said that on plenty of the things that they've done because, you know, it's one thing to say to yourself, we're not gonna celebrate any holidays in this facility, right? But it's another thing when you celebrate every holiday that has been nationally acknowledged except for the one that was just instituted into the state's national logs. What was it, 2 years ago? But and yeah, and then had the nerve to get mad. Uh huh. Exactly. Exactly the problem. But we could have an issue because this person brought food, ate his food in the fucking client's face, and the client ain't had nothing to eat, and you supposed to be feeding these people. Like, let's right. Make sure. See, and that's how you do them. You feed them first. You feed them first. Oh, hmm. Right. Can I eat too? Eat. I mean, I know. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. Well, oh my goodness. Let me go on and get up out of here. Take myself home. Sitting it down. I know that's right. I'm doing the same thing. I'm about to sit here and see what Roland Martin talked about from tonight's episode. Probably fall asleep to that on my way out. Mm-mm. Love you too, mommy. I'll talk to you later. And all y'all Pee Weebles out there, I will catch y'all on the next one. We will be here tomorrow for New Wave Music Wednesday, so bring that music. We got a list on building up, so I'll catch you guys on the next one and see how many we got for the start. But I'll catch you guys later. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it to you, mommy. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Yeah. We heading out, y'all.